Hey guys, Elizler here. I'm gonna do one more video before I pack it up. But this one I wanted to talk to y'all about creepy guys. Yes, creepy guys. I'm pretty sure there's creepy women out there too, but that has not been my experience, so I don't have anything to say about that. Just the men. I haven't experienced any creepy women. But it's just I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened in the world, but y'all need to stop. And y'all out there, be safe. Because most of mine, I've been safe for most of them, except for one. One of them was just like, yo, I'm about to be kidnapped. But you never know with people. You really never know. You see all this craziness on the news all the time. People being murdered and kidnapped, all that craziness happening, and you got to be careful. And so being over the road driver is just you're out there. You are out there. And you just I don't know. Like I don't know what's wrong with these people. Like they're just these men that I have come across. They're overly sensitive babies or they're just disrespectful, you know? And I don't get it. I don't get it. And desperate. That's that desperate. Because they acting real desperate. Because I'm just like, look at this. I don't know if y'all noticed, but this right here is not a good looking face. Okay, this is not a good looking face. I'm on that average line. I'm like below that average line. So I'm just like y'all real desperate right now. Cause I'm looking a hot mess. Like you've seen my videos. My hair is not even done in a lot of these videos. It's just washed. It needs to be straightened and styled, and I just look a mess. All right. I take a shower every other day. Like I'm a mess. Luckily, I'm not a sweaty mess, but I'm still a mess. And it's just, what are y'all doing? And so, like, it it just got progressively worse as I started driving on my own. Like it was just weird, because I got in a relationship and like guys they'll at first ask you, "Hey, are you in a relationship?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." But then they're still trying to get in contact with you. I'm like, "Bro, go away. I don't what?" There's the ones that are like, "Oh, well, okay, well, can I still get your like Instagram, whatever like that." There's those ones, and they kind of just walk away after that. But then there's like the more aggressive ones that don't want to give up, and then they're just, and you're like, yeah, you're in a relationship, and then they're just, you tell them no, they can't get your contact info, and they keep pressing you about it. I'm just like, I'm not lying, but even if I was, leave me alone. I don't get it. And then there's the ones where you tell them you're in a relationship, and then they're like, there was one dude, I don't even remember what state I was, but I think it was at a Petro. He worked there, and he asked me if I had a man at home. I was like, yeah. And then he was just like trying to buy me dinner, um, trying to spend time with me in my truck. He's like, "You want some company after you shower?" No, I don't. I don't even fucking know you. I'm not trying to die today. What the hell kind of shit is this? He's like, "Well, I just want to, we should stay in contact. I just want to, take care of you and buy you stuff." I'm like, I'm not looking for a fucking sugar daddy. I'm not even letting my own man do that shit. Why am I gonna let this complete stranger do that? Go away. What are you doing? And he just kept trying to convince me for like the next few minutes. I'm like, bro, no. Like that's disrespectful. Like how you gonna ask if someone's in a relationship but then try to just weasel in there? No. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And so I haven't been back. I don't even remember which one it was. I think there was, I don't know which one it was. I think it was at one of those, it was some state where it had like 4 truck stops at one exit. That's all I remember. I'm cold. It's a little cool in here. Um, but oh, little baby otter on the TV. Then there's like, oh, and then there's these, and then it's so weird because you'll say, yeah, you're in a relationship, and or or my like lately my experience since now I'm not in one. I'm like, no, I'm not, but no, I don't want to give you my number or contact info. But then they're like, they spend the next 30 minutes talking to me, trying to convince me to change my mind, bro. After the first no, or even the second one, drop it. Even the third one, because third time's a charm. I don't know where that came from, but even asking a third time, cool. But to keep trying to convince me 30 minutes later, no, you sounding real desperate, and I don't understand why. Or I understand why, because your personality is showing and you look like shit. Your personality is making you look real bad. Real bad. So I'm just like, bro. And then the fact that like you're in a whole nother state, which means you don't have a chance anyway. I'm sorry, I don't do that long distance shit. I don't like it. That's effort, and I don't want that kind of struggle in life. I've done it twice. I don't want it, and I'm not doing it. You're some random that I'm never gonna see again or try to see again. Like I'm just trying to work, bro. Can I just work? And it's like that a lot where they try to convince me for 30 minutes. This one dude, I just remember this. I didn't write any of this down, so if it's like sporadic, a lot of my videos, I don't write any of this down. So this is just from memory. So it's kind of sporadic, but crap, I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. I lost it. Okay, here we go. It was it's always when I'm trying to fuel and shit. Because I'm outside the trucks. I don't go outside the truck unless I have to. So I'm rarely outside that truck. And I was fueling, and this guy came out. He was in front of me, so he had pulled out of the fuel aisle and was pulled out in front and in front of me and stuff. And I was in the fuel aisle and stuff like that. And I'm going to fuel and whatnot. He's going, and he just like comes to talk to me, asking for my phone number. I'm like, no, and whatnot. I just go to the other side, and he limps himself over to the other side, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to give you my number or anything like that. He's like, what about your Facebook, whatever? I'm like, no, I don't want to give you that. I don't want to. I don't. And then he's like, I'm not trying to date you or anything. I'm too old for you. I'm like 40 something. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm glad you know. Because all of y'all are older than me. I don't know what it is. I attract older men. I don't get it. Like, right before I came home, like a few days before I came home, some 71-year-old man was hitting on me, except he wasn't aggressive about it. But still, it's just like, why? But, anyways, because a lot of people I don't look my age is what a lot of people tell me. They tell me I look like I'm still in high school or whatever. So I'm like, if I really do look that young, y'all really tripping, because you can't tell with a lot of people. Like kids don't have that awkward phase anymore. That's how you get set up in these traps, because they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm this age. No, 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 no. No, that's a trap. But he was really like trying hard. He was like, I'm like, I'm glad you know, but I'm not gonna give you my number. Why are you trying to still get my number this hard if you're not trying to date me? Then he asked for my email address. That's how I know he was going way too hard. He asked for my email address. Who does that? This ain't no anime where they're like, oh yeah, let's swap emails. No, don't talk to me. Like, it was weird. And then, or no, he wasn't in. No, he wasn't in front of me. He was in front of someone else. The one to my left. He was in front of him. And they wanted to pull forward, so they honked the horn and he finally left because he had to move his truck. I was like, thank God. I'm just like, I can't leave because I'm still fueling. And I finally stopped, and then the guy hopped out of the truck next to me. He was like, "You're way too pretty for him." I'm like, I laughed. I was like, "Thank you." I was just like, "You were trying way too hard for someone who said he wasn't trying to date me because you're older than me." So it was just like, liar, liar. But you doing acting like that does not look good on you. It really does not look good on you. Trying to think of like the rest of them because a lot of them are just like just random 30-minute conversations. They're not more unique than the other. um there was one earlier on in the beginning I gave my phone number to, um because I was outside smoking and I was stressing. I was trying to, like, the only parking that was available at this truck stop, it was like a pilot or something. I didn't have the card yet. I didn't activate it yet, and they had reserved parking. And I parked in. And I went to go pay for it, and they're like, "No, you can't pay for it because you don't have an account. You don't have the card." I'm like, "The fuck sense does that make? You're just paying for it. Why can't I just pay for it? You know what I'm saying? All they have to do is just type it in." But whatever. So I was stressing out, like, because I was like, I don't have any time on my clock, and I didn't know about personal drive time, and it was like late and everything, and I'm just like, I can't move. They're gonna tell me to move, and I was freaking out. I was talking on the phone with my friend and stuff, and then so I'd given this guy my number, and he was okay for like 2 days, and then he asked me what underwear I was wearing. I was like, bro, why you a creep? He's like, I'm not being a creep. Like, that's creep behavior. You don't know me. We're not flirting. You're not my boyfriend. Like, why are you concerned with what underwear I'm wearing? I didn't talk to him after that. I was like, yeah, you're a creep. He's like, haha, whatever, or something, whatever he said. I don't know. I haven't said anything about that. Fucking creep. What? Don't ruin my kindness. You're ruining my kindness. Like, stop fucking ruining my kindness. And stingrays. The TV is on Animal Planet, so it's just, yeah. I'm going back and forth. Um, I'm trying to think of another one. What was the other ones that were, actually more significant or whatever? Um, Trying to think. Um, there's this one old man, old. He looked old. He was giving me advice and stuff for truck driving and whatnot. And he's like, "Hey, just add me on Facebook or whatever." And I was like, "Okay, sure." He gave me some weird inverter, whatever the fuck he gave me. I don't know what he gave me. I threw it away. And stuff, and I added him on Facebook. He has like three different profiles, and when people have three different profiles, I'm just like, why? I have one, so I know, like, everyone should know I have just one. So if another one pops up, that's a fake. But I added him on all three because I didn't know which one he was active on, and this dude was overly sensitive. Old ass man. You like 60. This behavior is ridiculous. 60. This behavior is ridiculous. Because he was getting upset about what I posted. Because he accepted the friend request on all three. And he would have some, like, shit to say on. Because sometimes I'll share, like, sometimes one of my friends will share something like lewd or whatever, lewd anime related or actual, people, whatever the fuck. And I might share it too. And he had something to say about it, that he was just upset for some reason. And I'm like, if it bothers you, keep scrolling. or you can click hide. Doop, 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 doop. Or you can unfollow me. You'll never see it on your timeline. Like, because it's last time I checked, it's my page. I'm like 29. So why you need to come? And you're 60. Don't. He never told me how old he was. I don't remember, but you can tell he's like 60. All right, he ain't no young man. And I shared something of some video game character. She was just shaking her butt, and he got pissed off about it. And everyone was clowning the hell out of him on that post because he was just like, I'm like, dude. He said something. He was like something blah blah blah, getting hit from the back. I'm just like, she's fully clothed, shaking her butt side to side, just swinging her hips side to side, and you blowing the fuck up. And everyone's like, yo, none of that is happening. What the hell's going on? And me forgetting he's on. There were two other profiles. I made a post about that shit. Like, why are you acting like that? You looking stupid. Whatever I said. He sends me a message like, oh, I saw your post. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what, you want a fucking cookie? Like, good for you. And he tells me it's like, because he had blocked me on that page, whatever. And he sends me a message from another one talking about, oh, it's because it's his family page, blah blah blah. The way he has it set up, everyone can see everything, blah 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 blah. I'm like, first of all, don't get stupid on my page. Then that makes no fucking sense. Second of all, I'm like 29. I can post what the fuck I want to. Third of all, it's your family page. Because he said like his whoever the fuck little daughter, niece, whoever saw it and asked him about it. I'm like, why would you add me on a family page? That is you. You did that to yourself with your settings. Don't blow up looking stupid on my page because the whole conversation could have gone completely different. You've been like, hey, this is my family page. I'm going to have to unfriend you on this one because, I can't have inappropriate things because the way I have it set up, everyone can see it, and I have, the little kids on there and all that stuff, and I can't have that. I've been like, cool, I understand. But he decided to take it left. So I took it left. But my version of left is really nice. So it's just not really taking it left. But it was just so funny. I was like, dude, that's your fault. You set it up that way. Don't get stupid on my page. Because people are me and them are clowning you. Don't act like that on my page because of something you did. This is a you problem. And he's like, oh, you took it too far. Like, how did I take it that far? I didn't disrespect you, your family, nothing. I said this is a you problem because you set it up that way. And we're all grown as fuck. Like, I was like, I got you. I'll fix it. Blocked him. Done. You're 60. Why are you getting butthurt and going off on something that's unnecessary? You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. 60. Too much. Another one. He was the only one that I made that was a really cool friend, but he ruined it, obviously. We're no longer friends. He ruined that too. We met at this truck stop. And it was cool. Like, we hit it off really well, even though I was like, why the fuck is this dude talking to me? Like, okay, complete stranger, you can stop talking to me. But then it hit off really well. We were really cool. He's older than me. Still don't know how old he is. I think he's like my dad's age. Because he doesn't want to tell me because he got silent. But because I asked him, I was like, how old are you? And he got silent. I'm like, you're my dad's age. My dad's like 50 something. So, don't talk to me. But no, we were cool. We talked all the time. But he was obsessed with how much he liked me. I'm like, what are you seeing here? Because I don't see it. You're being real crazy over nothing. There's nothing here. Below average. Like, look at his face. Below. Like, I just didn't get it. And he would bring it up all the time. Not like once in a blue moon, you're like, hey, I like you. Did you change your mind? No, every conversation he would say something about how much he liked me. And we talked multiple times a day. Because he'd have to like go and do whatever. He would call me back later. So 2 to 3 times a day, he would say something about it. Then there's times where he would try to make me feel bad about the fact that I don't feel the same. I'm like, the fuck is this? He's like, that's not my intention. Well, that's what the fuck you're doing, sounding all boo-hooey like, well, cause you don't feel the same, you don't like me. Yeah, I don't fucking like you. Why are you trying to rub it in? Like that's the law of attraction for you. That's how it fucking works. Just because you like someone does not mean they're gonna like you back. That's the law of attraction. Like animals do the same shit. It'll be mating season and a female will be like, fuck you, I don't want you, get away from me. Like it's the same thing, and I don't understand. And then they get butthurt about it. Like I be trying to tell people in the nicest way, and y'all be doing the most, and I don't even look good. What is going on? I don't get it. And I just knew that as soon as I liked someone and it wasn't him, I knew our friendship was gonna end. I knew it. So I didn't say anything because I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. And I hadn't liked anybody for 2 years. I hadn't liked anybody for 2 years. I was single for 2 years. No dates, nothing. Nobody. Zip zilch. Like, and I told him that and everything. I was like, no, I don't like anybody. And it was just, and I had forgotten that I had a crush on this guy that I met when I first started working. It was like somewhere when I was waiting for my trainer for my job. I had ran into him then, but I pushed that crush deep down and I forgot about it until he was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, I like you." I'm just like, schoolgirl squeals. But anyways, like months later, um, so and then he would be like, "Is there? What can I do?" He would do this. He would do this shit. He got to the point where he would do this shit. Like, what can I do to get you to like me? I'm like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you're trying to force something that's not there. You can say how well you're gonna treat me. You can say all the good things that people would want to hear when they're trying to get in a relationship, but I don't like you, which means it's just gonna crash and burn. Like, I don't like you, I don't want to give you a chance, and you're way out of my age range. Like, you won't even tell me your age. I don't date people more than 5 years older than me. You clear that. I can tell. Because you won't tell me your age. So you're my dad's age. He's like 55. I'm gonna say he's 55. My dad's like 54, 55. And so you need to calm the fuck down. And this just kept going. And I was just like, I know as soon as I say something, he's gonna get stupid. It's gonna get real stupid. And so I had gotten in a relationship around March. We didn't even know, but I think it was about March. And I told him about whatever fucking month that was later, whenever, I don't remember what it was. And he got silent. And he was just like, what? Whatever. And then he's hearing things. So what does he do for work or whatever? And I'm just like, I don't think I should tell you. I said it just like that. But in his mind, I snapped at him because he's fucking butthurt like a little bitch. Like, I don't like talking bad about people, but these behaviors, I posted it on Facebook too. These are like, what did I get? This is what I got from the Marine Corps. Baby back bitch. That's what these fuckers have been acting like. Little baby back bitches with these behaviors that they have. And I'm just like, why are you acting this way? You're too damn old to act this way. This is little kid behavior. And you grown as hell. And he's like, I thought like we were really good friends. We tell each other everything. I'm like, yeah, but people are petty as fuck. So you could try to do some shit and show up, like do some weird investigative shit, figure out where he works, go there and try to start some shit. You never know. He's like, I'm not like that. Well, words are words. Their words are words. They don't mean shit. Actions is the only thing. So I'm not gonna give you a chance to fuck something up, to do anything. So I was just like, no. And in his mind, I snapped at him. I'm like, bro, I didn't even snap at you. So we're going back and forth about that. And I was just like, and he was like, well, I'm going to go now, whatever. He's acting all fucking sad and shit. I'm like, all these months of me saying no. I'm talking about, if y'all have seen Johnny Test, that cartoon that used to come on Cartoon Network, it's on Netflix. It's like Eugene and Susan, how she says no every time and Eugene keeps coming back. That was what we had, except I wasn't mean about it. I was just saying no thank you. No. Then it got to the point I was like, no, there's nothing, blah blah blah, nothing you do. And it was just like, you doing the most. And I should have just been straight up mean just to snap him out of that, but it's just not in my nature and it's killing me. Like, I just want one day for something to snap in me so I can just not be so nice, because me being nice is not doing me any good. It's adding to my stress because these fuckers are not taking my nice answers, my nice replies, and leaving it at that. But then I don't want to be rude and overly aggressive and loud about it because people can't take rejection, and I'm not trying to get shot over something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how my odds are with getting shot and killed over telling someone no, but you've seen the news. People are wilding these days over the simplest things. Like, the people who are shooting people over a damn chicken sandwich at Popeyes. And apparently that Popeye sandwich has been there forever and a day and just randomly popped off. Y'all need to chill because you're acting, you're setting this back. You're doing too much. It's a sandwich. So if people are doing it over a sandwich, getting rejected, dying isn't exactly in my plan yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not old. Yeah. So, but they're not taking my nice nose, and it's just fuck. And it's killing me to be this annoyed and angry this whole time because of these random dudes that come up and don't take my simple no and walk away. They take my no and keep getting a no for 30 minutes. I'm just, dude, I'm being nice. Chill out. Like, go away. Bother someone else. I don't know. But needless to say, me and that person aren't friends. Because it was just like, he tried to play it off talking about, I was just giving you a hard time. I'm like, yo, as much as we talk, this is not you giving me a hard time. This is you being serious. I'm not stupid. And he's like, ha 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 ha, whatever. I'm like, I'm glad you think it's funny. Blocked him on everything. Excuse me. I'm just like it was nice to have a good friend to talk to, but it was really annoyed. I debated on even talking to him a lot of times because he was just that obsessed with trying to date me. And he lives in Georgia. He works. Apparently he works like his company is near my company. And then he was talking about he was trying to switch to my company and being one of the instructors. I'm like, I hope the fuck you don't. Because I feel like you're gonna stalk me with your behavior. Those are red flags. I need to do better with these red flags. Like, he was giving me all these red flags, and I was just, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I need to do something about that. Like, I need to stop letting shit slide and say something. What the fuck? Like, I need to do better and say something. Fuck. Like, this personality of mine fucking sucks. It's not doing me any good. It's really not. Hopefully I can change. I really do want to change. I don't like how I am because it's not doing me any good to be this nice. It's just adding stress because I'm like, oh yeah, we can be friends, and then you fuck it up. So it's just like, yeah, can't deal with that. And he owes me money too. Mm-hmm. He owes me money, bitch. Little baby back bitch. You owe me fucking money. Your broke ass. He's not broke, but he did get into some issues, and he had to borrow money. But still, you owe me money. How convenient. Mm, whatever. What was another one? Thinking. This one, I really thought I was gonna get kidnapped. So I had gotten up bumfuck early, like 3 a.m. or whatever, to make this delivery because that's when the appointment was. And they declined it because the pallets it was loaded on wasn't the pallets they accepted. They stopped accepting those pallets a long time ago. So they're like, no, we're not taking this load from you. So I had to take it back to the terminal. So it's early as hell. I'm tired. My normal face when I'm not smiling is, people usually ask me if I'm okay. And then it's early in the morning, so they're really asking me if I'm okay. I'm like tired, and that's just how my face looks. It's like resting bitch face or mugshot. That's just how my face looks. I'm fine. But in this case, I'm really tired, and then I have all that going from on my face. And I went ahead and fueled. So I'm stopping to fuel. I walked inside, came back. And then this guy comes up that was next to me, and he's just like talking to me about oh, you drive, blah blah blah, that's cool, how long you been driving, that the conversations like that is fine. I don't mind having conversations, but y'all just be doing the most. And then here's another thing I hate this line: I don't see a ring on your finger. And bitch, like, that doesn't mean. I hate that because so because there's no ring on your finger, you're not taking the relationship seriously. This is why you're single now, because you don't take it seriously. You're not single. Ring on your finger or not, you are not single. Take it seriously. And he's just like, "Oh, you got a man at home?" "Yes, I do." And then here's the disrespectful part. Because he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to try to get with you." But then he's like, "I'm not going to be disrespectful." But then he proceeds to be disrespectful the rest of the time. Then he's like, "Is he doing right by you?" Trying to sow little seeds and shit and saying all this stuff. "Does he treat you well?" I'm like, "We are fine. Let me fuel and go away." And he just keeps talking about that. Then we switch back to trucking. Then he was like, "Yeah, that's a nice company. I couldn't work for any big name companies like that because I'm a felon." I'm just like, well, that's not my business what you did, but you said the word felon, which means you need to take 30 feet that way. All the way over there. Please and thank you. And I'm just like, yo, no, sir. Then he's talking about like what he's looking for in his life. He's like, "I'm ready to settle down with a woman, turn my life around. I'm like 40 something. I don't got time for these games. I'm ready for, settle down, have family, kids." I'm like, okay, good for you. It's not me though. But good for you. But here he goes, keep going though. You want to keep going though? I'm just trying to fuel. That's it. I'm trying to fuel and park and figure out what the fuck they want me to do with this load that I still have. Because they will not take it. And I'm trying to get paid for this one. And he just continues with the same bullshit. I'm just like, yeah, yeah. No. No, no, no. And then he was like, so I finished fueling and I'm getting ready to like go. And he's like, "How much do you weigh?" And before I could say anything, he takes his hands like you would pick up a child, right? And puts it under my armpits, just like you pick up a child, and you raise them up. He did that to me. He just picked me up. I'm just looking at the cameras like, did this fucking happen? Like, why are you even picking? Why are you touching me? Why the fuck are you touching me? And he's like, "Oh, he doesn't know what he has." The fuck does my weight have to do anything? You can tell I'm not that big. You can tell by looking at me. I'm not that big. What does weight have to do with anything? I thought I was gonna get kidnapped because I'm like, "Are you sizing me up right now? Is that what that is? Trying to see how quickly you can grab me and run off? Is that what it is? Because this ain't happening today. No, it's not happening. It's not happening ever. Go away." And after continuously saying no this whole fucking time, and it's just, he was like, before we left, before I was leaving, he was like, "Let me pray for you and stuff." And he prayed. I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. You can do that. You can pray for my safety. That's fine. Then he tried to come in for a fucking hug and grab my ass. I was like, not today, Satan. I was yelling no and backing away ever so loudly, making a scene. I don't like making a scene. I don't like attention drawn on me. But why the fuck are you trying to touch me? And he just thought it was funny. You're lucky that me carrying a firearm would get me fired. Like, the fuck? This ain't it, bro. So he leaves and goes inside the truck stop. And I always pull forward and wash my hands because even though I put gloves on, the smell gets on my hands and I just feel comfortable to wash them. I said, fuck it. And I left to go to the terminal, which was down the street. I was like, no, I feel very unsafe. And then I told the guy I was dating at the time what happened. He was very pissed off as well. And I told my friend as well. And he was just like, yo, the fuck? That's what I'm saying. It's too early for this shit. I'm just like, what is the deal? I don't know. It's the weirdest fucking thing. That was just, I felt so uncomfortable the rest of the day, even though it was over and he had no idea where I was. I felt so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable and scared the rest of the day. Especially since like that truck stop has a lot of homeless people and apparently like lot lizards there. I've never seen them. I've just seen the homeless people because I never stop at that truck stop other than to fuel or to get food or something. I never stop to stay because there's never parking. So I go to the terminal that's literally right there. So, you know. And that was just the worst one. That was the worst. That ain't it. That is not it. I'm telling you, you got to be careful out here. I'm not, I don't even, it doesn't even matter what you wear. I'm not out here looking cute because, as I mentioned before about the skin issue, which I'm going to do a video about this, you can see how extensive this is. Like, my skin is fine. My skin does not break out, but I cannot wear anything attractive in any way, shape, or form. Baggy t shirts, baggy running shorts, sweatpants, barely. That makes me itchy. Long ass dress skirts, big ass hoodies. Like, ain't nothing form showing. Like, I can't wear none of that shit. My hair is never done half the time. It's just clean. So it's just it doesn't matter. You're not safe. Someone's coming for you. Like, granted, these were better scenarios because I'm fine. Nothing like worst case scenario happened. But still, it's not good either. So it's just hmm. And there's this other one that I was like, yeah, sure. I thought my trailer had broken, but it turns out it was because I had the way how heavy it was on one side. That when I pulled the trailer onto the dirt, it shifted, and so that's why the trailer looked like it was broken, and I couldn't close the doors. I didn't realize that. So this guy was like, "Yeah, mind if I talk to you?" I'm like, "Sure, whatever, man. You seem chill. You know, it's a fucking trap. Just say no." A lizard, just say fucking no. Like, I'll do well and say no, and then I slip up into my nice habits and be like, yeah, sure, contact me, even though I'm not gonna make any attempt to talk to you and ignore every message you send me. No, I won't. I usually answer until then slowly try to ghost you guys out because they usually stop talking to me on their own anyway. So it's like a mutual ghosting. But so he was like, yeah, we could just be friends and stuff like that. That's a fucking trap if they ever say that. Because I'm like, yeah, I'd rather have a friend. No, they don't want to be friends. They're just saying that. It's a fucking trap. And so he called me and he's called me and we've talked. Oh, look, whale sharks. And, and it's just he's like, yeah, we should go on a date, blah blah, whatever the fuck he's talking about. And he's like ready to settle down, look for someone. The person he's with treated him so wrong. He served jail time for something he didn't do. Now he's turning his life around. He's working this really good job. He does the whatever when they call out for over the road service or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you make good money with that. So that's cool. It's great. Your life's going great. I don't want you, but your life's going great. That's great. Because I know it's hard for people who serve jail time to turn it around, or even not even turn it around, but for society to give them a chance. And I know that's hard. From what I see, I can tell that's hard. You know. So the fact that you're doing well, that's great, and you have a great job that pays really well, that's great. And I've made it clear by the things I've said that I didn't want to be pursued. And then I physically said the words, I don't want to be pursued, right? And this guy's like, I'm not going to waste time on someone who doesn't want to be pursued. Continues pursuing me. How does that work? Like, how does that work? That's backwards. Because I was like, bro, you said you just wanted to be friends. It's like, yeah, but then, I liked you and wanted to, so you lied to me. I said this to him, so you lied to me. This is what, because that's the only reason why I even gave you my number, because you said you wanted to be friends. Because that's all I wanted. I don't want anything else. Like, I'm still hurt from my last relationship, which is funny because when I was he's like, when I was talking to you, behind at the by your trailer, I could tell looking at your eyes that you're like really hurt. I'm like, then why are you bothering me? Leave me alone because you're just pissing me off. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like there's a difference between being persistent and desperate, and I'm sensing desperate, not like regular persistent. Like the person I was in, the last person I was in a relationship with, that was just regular persistence. Like which it wasn't really, he didn't really have to do as much because I really liked him, and it's really hard to fight uh your feelings when you're just like, yeah, I really like this person, but but whatever. But there is it's a sense of desperation, and I don't like it, especially when I'm clearly not trying to deal with relationships. And it's just like, and he continues to do the same thing. I'm like, but you just said, and I will quote him. I'm like, but you told me you don't waste time on someone who doesn't want to be pursued. I physically said I don't want to be pursued, but you're still pursuing me. Then he made the analogy of like, oh, when dogs in heat, the dog's gonna keep licking the female dog until she gives in. I'm like, so to me in my mind, I'm like, so basically you're saying males are fucking stupid. This is not a good analogy for you. Animals work differently than humans, even though humans are wild too. So I'm like, the way you said it, you're making men seem like they're stupid. They're not stupid. There's a few, just like there's a few stupid women too. But it's just you're making it, y'all not. What you're saying is not working for you to convince me. Because one, you can't. But two, what you're saying is not working. You're just saying you have a one-track mind and you're just gonna ruin things. Is what you're doing. Because that analogy was not a good analogy at all. That was not a good analogy at all. Because it did not make it made men seem like they were not the brightest. That's how he made it seem. And I'm just like, does this work for you? Because does this work for you? Because I get it. Both sides. We got issues. There's people with issues on both sides. But what you're saying right now is not good. But it's just like, To me, it was just he's like, that's why, because I told him about the friend that I actually made that was really cool that was just obsessed with me. He's like, yeah, that's why. I'm like, that's still stupid that you would get butthurt over that when it's clearly shown that that person is not interested in you. You set yourself up for that one. My throat is so dry. But he was just like, bro, I got him to stop um texting me. He's like, I'll just update you on my life when things happen, like when I'm done like building my car and whatnot. I'm like, okay, cool. If you won't, he's like, just promise me you won't delete my number and you keep me in mind. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to date nobody. I was single for 2 years, so I made the mistake of falling and getting fooled by these feelings. I went 2 years. Watch how long ago this time. So I'm just, you just said you're not going to waste time with someone who doesn't want to be pursued, but then you're doing that. So it doesn't make any sense. And then there was this other one before, like right before that one, at this other company. And like everybody there was amazed because they had never seen a female truck driver. Hadn't seen one. I get it, we're scarce, but you hadn't seen one? So that was pretty funny. They're like, "Oh snap, she's driving." Like it's funny because I got there late because the load was already late and it was a 2-stop thing, and so there was nothing I could do to make that on time. And I got that I'm standing there waiting, and no one, and people are walking back and forth. No one's paying me any attention until they're like, finally they get the paperwork. Then they're like, "Okay, go into this dock," and no one's paying me attention until they see me walk outside to the truck, and they're like, "Wait, are you the one driving that?" Yeah. They're like, "You're the one driving that?" Yeah. This is mine. I mean, it's not mine, like I didn't buy it, but it's mine. And they were just so amazed. And this one dude fooled me talking about, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about, being a truck driver." I'm like, "Cool." He's like, "Can I talk to you sometime?" I'm like, "Cool." I'm thinking he was like, "Yeah, he's gonna ask me like, how is it for me?" No, that wasn't it. And he just kept trying to force himself on my time like he had the right. Like I was going to make time for you and you live in a whole nother fucking state. No. And I hate that. That pisses me off. I'm like, bro, there's no sign that I'm giving you that I like you or interested in that. I was trying to help you out and give the little bit of knowledge that I know about trucking. But you were like ruining it, and I was just like, I finally toughened up. I was like, dude, I don't like our conversations. You're doing too much. I hate these pet names that you do. Stop doing it. You can't even type the right, I forgot what word it was that he kept fucking misspelling. It's a pet peeve. You know how people misspell, they use the wrong there, and there. You are, all that stuff. Your, it was one of those words. Because that changes the sentence completely. And I was just like, bro, take care of your 2 damn kids. Leave me alone. Like, you got 2 kids and you're single. Worry about them. I don't want you. And I was just like, bro, just, can you just delete my number, please? And he's like, why? He's like, I don't like talking to you. I don't enjoy talking to you at all. I was like, well, we don't even talk that much because we talk through text messages. I'm like, yeah, but just the few text messages, I'm annoyed when your name pops up on my screen. I didn't tell him that, but you got to go. Normally I would just ghost you. I'm trying to be better and not ghost folks. And he was like, cool. But then he messaged me the next day, and I was just like, I asked you to delete my numbers. Like, I thought you changed your mind because you answered me. I'm like, no, you asked me a question of why I asked you to delete my number, and I told you that was it. And then he was like, oh, your loss. No, no, sir. If you say that, that automatically shows me that you ain't shit. Cause I never gave you any indication that I liked you. in any way and you're butthurt because I don't want you to have my number. So you're like, you're lost. Like, bro, there is no loss. There is none. There was none. And I just left it at that. And he just like, ha ha, ha. He was like, laugh out loud. I'm like, yeah, mm-hmm. Nah, bro. Have you seen yourself? Like, stay humble, please. Like, don't think you're top shit because you really make yourself look like you ain't shit because you can't take rejection. Like, that was the only reason why I even was just nice enough to do that. And I just need to stop doing that because all these people are just lying to me. And I get pissed off because I'm so nice. And I'm like, yeah, trying to help those people out and be nice. And I have to remember I can say no and keep saying no. And it doesn't matter how mean or whatever they think that I am obligated to say no. I don't have to be so just walk all over E. I'm such a work in progress. I just want something to snap. I just want to develop another personality that deals with that just makes the true me come out, or I just snap. Something breaks and I change. That'd be nice. But yeah, like that's that's just been my experience. A lot of these like creepy and obsessed guys, like I don't understand. I had one guy like when I thought my truck broke down, he was like, "Well, if I knew women were as pretty as you in Atlanta, I would come down there more." And then I was just like, I had to play it off like, "Yeah, you gotta make sure that they're women because you know there are a lot of them are men in drag or whatever." I should have to play that off. I'm like, yeah, huh? Make sure it's a woman. Because I was just like, I don't want you, old white man. Please stop. Please stop. I mean, if that's what you're into and you're looking for one of those, a drag queen or whoever, that's fine too. I personally don't care what you like. Just leave me alone. I don't care what you like. Just please leave me alone. But yeah, I I think that's I think that's it for the most part. Other than like the other ones that are just like that aren't as interesting. It's just basically the same thing. They're like spend 30 minutes talking to me for like ever. There's this one dude that spent 30 minutes at that truck stop where the dude tried to kidnap me. Spent 30 minutes trying to convince me to let him be my sugar daddy. There was that. I don't know if I said anything about that. I think I posted it on the page about it. But he literally spent like a good half hour talking to me saying, "Hey, let me be your sugar daddy." No. As much as I love money and need it, no. I can't. I have to do an actual job. Like I just can't. I mean, sex work is working, but it just feels weird in that way for your sugar daddy. It just feels weird. Like I'm like literally just using you for your money, and it just the thought makes me feel really bad, even though it's like a mutual understanding. It's not for me. But it was just so weird. He was like, "Hey, my first name Sugar, last name Daddy." I lost my shit. It was smooth though. It was smooth. It was funny. It was hilarious. Like it wasn't. I wasn't extremely uncomfortable, other than the fact that I've never been approached this way before. But it was just so funny. It was so funny. Like he was a cool. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. But it was just like no. And then he's tried to. He spent the 30 minutes me trying to take his number instead of me trying to give him my number. So that was interesting. That was funny though. I was like, no, no. And then he was talking about like, you never know what could happen. We could be happy together and get married and have kids. I'm like, that's two different things, bro. You can't be a sugar daddy, and then you're trying to develop this long lasting happy marriage life. That those two don't coincide. I'm pretty sure it turns out like that for some people, but at the same time it's like that doesn't that, that's a weird equation to get to that outcome. And when I posted on my Facebook, they were like, "No, run, run from him," because no, that's bad. I'm like, I wouldn't go say yes anyway. That's some nonsense right there. I don't want any part of that. Talking about, oh yeah, I got like 4 trucks and all that stuff, and one of my friends was like, he sounds like he has debt. That's what that sounds like to me, not money, debt. So, it was funny. It was funny. So I was just like, oh shit. Wildin'. It's wild out here, guys. It's wild. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh my goodness. Um, I think that is it for all the more unique ones that I can think of. I think that's it for all the unique ones. Everyone else has just been like, stereotypical bug me for 30 minutes, 15 to, 20 to 30 minutes about it. And then there's a lot of them like, it just, they could, it just ends at that. They're not as unique as these other ones that I have spoken of. So, um, which is good, but it's just like this stuff doesn't happen often. Don't get me wrong, guys. Like I'm not saying that like I'm getting people out like all the time. Like saying like that people just this happens every day. I'm on the road or anything like that. This is a cumulative over the past you know 14 months. This is a cumulative. So because I'm just saying. Oh, notification. The file is too long. Um, because I'm like I said, this is not this is no model. This is no below average. So it's just that's why I'm like, where's this desperation coming from? Please stop. um, I had something to say. Okay, I remember. Um, I did get catcalled for the first time. I just remember this. I got catcalled for the very first time in my life. It was in Alabama and it was with my trainer. I because I have to take on and off my sweatpants and stuff like that because I can't leave them on for too long. So I'm like in shorts all the time inside the truck, and then I have to, throw my sweatpants back on and whatnot. I had hopped out the truck, and it's not like my shorts were short. They're not, but it's just the fact that my legs were out. I got catcalled, and I'm just like I'm trying to help my trainer hook this up because she's for some reason it's not hooking right. So that was weird to me or whatever. But yeah, I think that's it for my stories of creepy guys. The creepy, the obsessed, the oversensitive, the disrespectful. Like, they're just out there. Oh, there's this one dude. He wasn't creepy. It was just like, you tried. Why? Was, this is funny because I had pulled forward out of the fuel aisle. I was parked, and I guess I walked in there to wash my hands and come back, and this guy was like, or, I don't know if I was either pulled out or I was waiting to get in to the fuel aisle, but this guy walked up and he was asking for money. He's telling me his Sally sob story about he's what the things he's happened in his life, and he's down on his luck and whatever. And I was like, that sucks. That's unfortunate. I gave him some money and whatnot, and he was having like, it was like baby mama drama or something, and like whatever she did to him and all the other stuff. And then after that he's like, hey, can I have your number so I can talk to you sometime? No. You just told me all the shit that's happening in your life. I do not want a part of that. Like, I don't remember everything he told me, but if you heard it, you'd be like, why are you trying to invite disaster that has nothing to do with me, that's going to involve me if I talk to you? Like, no. Sorry, sir. You get your life together and then you start asking people for numbers. Because from what you were telling me, it's rough right now. So, but that's my experiences that I've had out here. Like I said, this stuff is accumulative over 14 months. Or over 14 months, because that one that I said that was with my trainer, that was like the first week when I was with my trainer, and that was like October or November. I'm gonna say November. It was November. Yeah. So 16 months. This is a cumulative over 16 months. So, I'm not saying I'm hot shit, because I keep saying I'm not, because I'm clearly not. And you've seen my videos, how I look in those videos. I don't know what's going on. And that's, stay safe out there, guys. Like, not every scenario is going to turn out like that. Some can be worse, because a lot of people are tripping. A lot of people are tripping. And the world is not getting any safer for people. Because, like I said, people are shooting each other over a chicken sandwich. They don't take rejection well, and they can shoot you over that. So be careful, and just, I don't know. Don't entertain conversations like I do. Like, don't let that shit draw out. I'm working on it. I am working on it. So I don't know. I just thought of another one. He was just weird. It just the way he spoke. I don't know if I'm using the correct word. I call him a hotep, but I don't think I'm using the correct word. I don't even know what that means. But when people constantly use the word queen and goddess and shit on everything that they say, I don't know why. I just think of the word hotep, because you're being extra. You don't need to say it every 5 seconds. And it's just the way he talked. And I was just like, bro, I no. It was just the way he talked, and I was just like, bro, I'm not trying to be with you. Why are you trying to be aggressive about it? And it was just like, your interpretation of of our conversation was too much. He's like, we were destined to meet. This is more than a coincidence. Blah blah blah. I'm like, not really. Not really, bro. You're thinking, I ain't charging my phone. Well, hey there. There's, oh shit, it's 2 a.m. Oh fuck, I told my friend I'd call him back after I got out of the shower. He'll be fine. And it's just too much. Like, I don't understand why people are thinking too much into these meetings. They do that too. Like, people who think too much into the first meeting, and then who use pet names. You don't fucking know me. We are not flirting. Don't use pet names. I hate it. This is a pet peeve of mine. It really is. And then when you think that you're obligated to my time because you like me, no. Like, it's too much. Like, be careful out there, guys. Be careful who you talk to. Stranger danger for real. Because I'm telling you, that dude picked me up. It was a whole nother level of scary for me. Because I hadn't had, you know, things happen to me. And it's just, it was an eye opener. Like, it's been a constant eye opener, but that was a real eye opener. And it's just, I am very apprehensive when people talk to me. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, we can have a conversation like right here, and then we go our separate ways when we're done fueling and stuff. That's fine. But keep it stepping. Don't bother me, please. Please don't bother me. There's nothing about me that screams, hey, come talk to me. Harass me with whatever the fuck you want to harass me about. I don't know. That is not what it says. Please leave me alone. I don't know. But anyways, I told you this is like sporadic. I keep ending it and I keep thinking of something else. So that's why I was like, I gave you a heads up in the beginning. It's kind of sporadic. But this has just been like I said, this has just been my experiences over a cumulative of 16 months. This is not an everyday thing. This is a 16th month span of randomness and just a bunch, just why? Why are you like this? I don't understand. And not even in the funny way that I say, why are you like this? Not even like that when I joke around with my friends. This is just like, seriously, why are you like this? I don't understand. Like, the game has changed. Normally it's like, oh yeah, they act like they're the best thing ever, and then after they get you, they act like, ridiculous. No, they're acting like this now. And I'm seeing a lot of, like, I can see what the behavior would turn into if I ever entertained the fact and actually got in a relationship with people. I know how this is going to turn out. It's going to turn out like my stalker ex-boyfriend. Actually, I technically had two. One was black, one was white. It'll turn out like both of those. First white dude I dated, or the stalker ex that I met off the internet. It'll turn out like those. I ain't having it. I can see it. Don't want it. Don't want it. So, no. No. We're good. But I keep trying to end this video and I keep saying things. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to get better at these vlogs. I know, like, the camera quality, just speaking, topics, not being so sporadic. I'm sorry. I'm very new to this and I'm still working on it. So bear with me. If you bear with me for my gameplay videos as well if you have looked at those, because the first few playlists, the audio is not the best. You can hear because I was using my headphone mic, and you can hear every time I moved it to scratch my ear. So that wasn't the best, and then my voice would get distorted when I get high pitched. So I'm sorry about that too. I did get a mic, and I kind of fixed it, but we're still working on that as well. So bear with me on both vlogs and gameplay videos, especially since I can't even put any gameplay videos out right now. But bear with me on the quality. It's getting better as we go. We all had to start somewhere. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.